Welcome back to the Christian and Cowboy Podcast. Tennessee found out another way to lose a game on Saturday. Didn't know that was possible, but Cowboy, how are you doing today?
Okay. How are you?
Good. Saturday was terrible, but Sunday cheered me up. Tennessee's gonna be terrible this year, but the Titans are gonna keep me happy, I hope.
Well, we'll see. NFL's a long season, but they sure started out well. We can talk about that some if you want.
Yes, we should. We'll talk about Tennessee first though. So, I'll let you go first. What did you see from whatever that was?
Well, I mean, what everybody else saw. Garantano is just terrible. I can't believe the time I spent defending him over the last 3 years.
I'm not trying to interrupt you, but the best quote of the day I heard was, "Jarrett Garantano was a lot better than Jarrett Garantano."
Yeah. When did that even happen, that Garantano?
It was like right before. It was like the week of the Georgia State game.
And he told everybody that's how you said his name.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. That kid, he's just not a college quarterback, not at that level. He does. It's the same thing we said last week. I mean, he can't process information fast enough. And I mean, he was just awful. I mean, there was so many times they could have blew that game open where he just didn't see guys open. Juwan was open once from about 30 yards down the field. He missed Palmer across on a post route for a touchdown. I mean, with nobody around him.
I mean, it's just like I said last week. He just picks a route out. He's like, okay, Juwan's running this little slant route. I'm gonna throw it to him.
Yeah.
And it's like
he does what he did in high school. As I told you last week, I did this to everybody does when you're not very good. And I mean, in high school you get away with it because nobody's really covered.
Mm-hmm.
And you just stare at the receiver, but you cannot do that in college.
Mm-hmm.
And he can't, when he stares somebody down, it's not that he's not smart, he's just not quick. People talk about quarterbacks can read defenses. You don't really read anything. It's instinctive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know what coverage they're in, but then there's a lot going on out there, and you don't have time to think. You just do it. And he just can't.
Mm-hmm.
They need to play somebody else. I don't know why they don't. I'd say this week they will, no matter what. Because we thought that would happen against Georgia State.
If Juwan was not as good a receiver as he was, I would say to put him at quarterback.
I don't know why. I tell you right now, I don't know about that BYU game, but they'd have won that Georgia State game if they'd have played Jennings at quarterback. Just put him in a Wildcat type state. Look, I don't know. They moved him from quarterback as a freshman like 2 weeks into camp. I really don't know why.
They probably figured he was such a good athlete they didn't want his talent to go to waste.
Well,
I guess
there ain't no way in hell he wouldn't be better than Garantano.
Well,
I
yeah.
can tell you that. I mean, I saw him in high school, and I know it's a different level, but so I mean, there's that. A lot of people talking about how good a game the running backs had, which I mean they did play well.
They did.
But, they got to start.
They weren't the ones turning the ball over. I'll say that. It's funny. Still every time Chandler touches the ball, I'm afraid he's gonna fumble.
Well, we got the us at UCLA have the highest, or I should say the lowest turnover ratio in the country. In other words, we've only got I think one turnover on the season, and we've turned it over like 10 times I think in two games or something like that.
Well, we only turned it over once.
Just the interception from Garantano?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was our only turnover, and they didn't have any turnovers. So, but then the week before that, we had like 3 or 2.
Yeah, I mean they got to start, and we'll get to the defense in a minute, but we've got to start creating turnovers and creating short fields for that offense, and it just didn't happen. I mean, the defense was obviously a lot better, but they're not making plays out there. in terms of getting the ball back, and you've got to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But so, I don't know. The season's obviously over. We're going to be
2 weeks in.
Yeah.
Can't wait for basketball. See, oh my gosh, Brandon McManus is kicking a 64-yarder.
Yeah, I don't think he'll make it. Of course, he might do.
He missed it. They're in Oakland, by the way. So he was short. He had the line. He was just short. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry, I got distracted.
Well, I mean, about 35 days from now, we're going to be 1-6. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Let's see. So Chattanooga. So that'll be 1-2, and then
they're not going to win any of this conference games.
Let's see. Florida, Georgia, Mississippi State. Yeah, we're going to be 1-6.
I guess you could say you might be.
You might be 2-5. You might be Mississippi State. That's the only game you even have a chance in.
I mean, maybe, but I mean, I don't see any reason to believe that. So, then you're going to get into a deal where can you win a conference game at all?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously Vanderbilt's gettable. Kentucky's always
Is Vanderbilt gettable?
Oh yeah, they're awful. I mean, they're right back to what they always are. You've seen them play, hadn't you?
It's still Vanderbilt.
I didn't say they're going to win. I'm saying it's winnable, but they can flat out lose every conference game. There is no question about it. And if that happens, and you go 2-10, well, what do?
You can't fire him. You're stuck with him.
Well, I mean, there's two.
We just can't afford it.
No, they print money now. They can definitely afford it. That's a bunch.
Well,
of
the problem
money.
is all the rich boosters don't want to pay that much money.
Well, they're not going to have to pay it. They get $60 million a year from ESPN or whatever it is. They got plenty of money, so that's. But the problem, I mean, there's two schools of thought. Some people say, well, you can't Tennessee keep a coach that doesn't win a conference game and has the worst team in its history of the school, which is saying something. Considering just 2 years ago, Butch Jones had that happen. But
at least he could win 9 games.
Well, that's true. The year before, but I mean, then they comes right back the next year.
We've kind of been taking that for granted.
But a lot of people say, well, you got to get off this treadmill, and you just can't keep bringing in new coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Every 2 or 3 years, and there's a lot to be said for that. But I mean, if this guy's this bad, I don't know what I'd do. There's no way he's going to end up bringing the school back to what it was. And I don't even know if he can be average.
Hire Urban Meyer. No, I'm just kidding. Did you ever find that clip of him saying that Tennessee's a top 10 job in the country?
Oh, Urban Meyer, yeah, I did.
Yeah. He's just toying with us like Gruden did a couple years ago. You remember when Gruden was saying about how he loves Rocky Top and stuff like that? That's what it reminded me of.
I don't think he has any interest in that job.
Who, Meyer?
No, I don't see it. I don't think he's not going to go back. He's not going to go back to the SEC.
It's kind of like what they said on the live stream last night that I was watching. If he wanted to be coaching, he'd still be at Ohio State.
Well, I don't know about that. Now I think he knew he burned a lot of bridges up there with it.
Yeah, I did forget about that.
Where he's been. He goes in there. He brings in a lot of thugs. They get in trouble, but they win.
Mm-hmm.
If he came to Tennessee, we'd win pretty quick.
Yeah.
We'd be right back to the top of the division. I don't know if he can start beating Alabama. I doubt it. But he'd have a chance. I think that's what it's going to take is a guy like that. But we'll never hire somebody like Urban Meyer. It's never happened before. It'll never happen this time.
Well, what did you think of that picture of Fulmer during the press conference the other night?
Well, I don't know what they might expect him to look. Was he supposed to be?
Well, I don't know, why he was so mad considering he's going to get to name himself interim in like 30 days, like you just said.
He's not going to name himself interim. He'll name himself coach. He's not going to be. If he ends up on that sideline, he'll be coaching next year too.
Probably.
Which, I mean,
and if that happens, will be the biggest meme in college football.
I mean, there's a lot of people losing I don't know why. I think we get worse than what we got now. And the last 3 times we've hired a coach, nobody wanted the job.
Yeah.
So
I think what it is if he ends up doing this, it's going to be because he sees Mac Brown at North Carolina doing what he's doing right now. Now, it's early. They're 2-0. They've beaten 2 pretty good teams.
Yeah, they have.
But still, it's early. Still, I don't know what the rest of their schedule looks like, but
if I were Fulmer, I would think the same thing. I mean, this guy's won a national title. He believes he can get it done. That's why he's been successful. He won't. The game's passed him by, but I wouldn't be jumping off a cliff if he ended up coach. I think we could do worse, and we currently are doing worse.
Yeah, we could definitely do worse.
So
I would just be like, okay, whatever. Only reason I would kind of be excited is because I'd get to see what it was like in the '90s having a pumpkin as our head coach.
You wouldn't see the same kind of winner we saw in the '90s. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, yeah, I know that, but it'd be more like the early 2000s, probably, or late 2000s. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Because early 2000s, we were still pretty decent, but.
Well, yeah, the whole 2001 we could have won a national title.
All you had to do was beat LSU.
Yeah, 2004 we won the East. 2007 we won the East. I mean,
wait, who would we have played in that title game if we beat LSU? Miami.
Miami.
Yeah, we would have lost that game.
I don't know about that. I mean, that's what most people think. I mean, that Miami team was loaded, but Tennessee was too. I mean, there were tons of players on that team. Tennessee team. That team was much more talented than the '98 team that won a national title.
Yeah. That '98 team was just.
The '98 team had 3 guys that were elite players.
Hold on, let me see if I can name them. Let me see if I can.
Grant, Al Wilson, and Jamal Lewis. Of course, Jamal got hurt early in the year, so you almost can't count him. But they were that '01 team was just Haynesworth and Henderson. Jason Witten was on that team. Dante Stallworth was on that team. I mean, pros all over the place. Raynon Thompson. It was Studsville, man. They were awesome. They just didn't play like it most of the year. So they could have beat Miami. I mean, I'd say if we played them 10 times, we'd have won 3 or 4. So they could have won. But didn't take care of business. And that game right there was one of the biggest moments in SEC history. You may tell you why? Because Nick Saban was at LSU then, and it made him what he is today. I'm convinced of
that. Gosh, I just still can't believe we're 0-2 right now.
Well, I mean, there's more to talk about than Guarantano. I mean, the offensive line was better.
Yeah.
They did get some push, but again, those backs. I mean, they obviously they had good games, but as slow as that BYU team was, I don't understand why Gray or Chandler didn't break one for a touchdown.
Yeah.
And they just aren't doing that. And that's got to change. They've got to start hitting some home runs.
Yeah, I mean, even before this, go ahead. My bad.
No, go ahead. Say what you wanted to say.
Well, even before this whole BYU, or even before this whole Georgia State debacle, I knew this BYU game wasn't going to be an easy win because. Even like last year, last year they went into Camp Randall and beat a much better Wisconsin team than they beat Saturday at Tennessee.
Well, but they lost a lot of seniors off that team. That team, they shouldn't have even been on the field, Tennessee. They were slower than mud. I mean, they did some good things at times, but if you score touchdowns in the red zone, it's a blowout. And really, if Guarantano doesn't throw an interception, they probably never score a touchdown. They never threaten to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If he just eats a sack, we win the game.
Yeah.
But that brought him right back in it, and then you had drive after drive, and then field goals where he cannot make a play. And then
there we are on Scott Van Pelt. There's the one of the biggest headlines for his show after the game. It said, "Bad beats from the weekend." It's just all our fans just with their hands on their face.
Yeah, we were covered until that, weren't we?
Yeah. Reed put on his Twitter, because that's where I go to watch his post game show. He put on his Twitter. I saw he put on his Twitter. It said, "How do you think people who have Tennessee at 3.5 feel right now?"
Oh my God, I never even thought about that.
Yeah, we were favored by 3.5.
Yeah, they had it. They had it, man.
Wait, but we only won. We would have only won by 3 anyway.
Well, but a lot of people had it 3, which would have been a push.
That's also true. Yeah, if you had them at 3, you would have covered.
I think another thing that needs to be talked about is defensively, they really got after it in the first half. BYU had negative yards rushing.
Mm-hmm.
But then the second half, it looked just like a Georgia State game. They were getting pushed back at defensive line. Linebackers are doing really nothing except for Tua or whatever you say his name.
Oh, I found a pronunciation guide on it. It's To'o.
Yeah, you said that last week.
Yeah, To'o.
I've heard it different ways, but I tell you what ought to be a real concern, probably maybe even more than Guarantano, because he's going to be gone one way or another. But those young players in that secondary are absolutely awful right now. Alante Taylor absolutely killed us Saturday night. I mean, he was just about as good as Thompson last year, in my opinion.
Yeah. He definitely, him and Thompson were definitely right there together. But
well, he lost. He got beat on the bomb, and then he got beat on the touchdown in the overtime.
Well, you know what? I Theo Jackson played worse than Taylor. Theo Jackson played awful.
I don't agree with that at all. He led the team in tackles. He's a freshman too.
Did he seriously?
Well. Yeah, he had that. He lined up wrong, and they had to call a timeout, and Pruitt chewed him out. But other than that, he was fine. They weren't complete passes.
I didn't realize he was getting all those tackles. All I saw was just it seemed like every time they showed Pruitt, he was chewing him out.
Well, but that don't mean he's not playing well, and he did play good. He was the best secondary player by a mile. Mm-hmm. It sure wasn't Taylor, and it sure as hell wasn't Nigel Warrior, who I don't understand how in the world they got him out there.
Yeah, talk about. He just looks like he has no idea what's going on. He looks lost.
He never knows where to line up. He's constantly. You never see him on plays. He does nothing. Mm-hmm. So when you get kids, particularly a young player like Taylor, when they take a step back the second year, there's only one place to point the finger at, and that's coaching. Mm-hmm. And that's Pruitt's job. I mean, that's what he's hung his hat on for his whole career, is coaching the defensive backs. And they look like total crap other night.
Coaching defensive backs with 5-star talent like at Alabama is a lot different than coaching what we've got right now. And
man, I mean, that's a lot of it. But Taylor and Thompson and Nigel Warrior and Schamberger,
they were all like 4 or 5 stars.
All those kids in that secondary, they might not be the level of Alabama recruits, but everybody in the country wanted them. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They shouldn't be this bad. I don't care how young they are.
Yeah, definitely not. I was going to say something else. Another thing we need to talk about, I cannot believe there were that many people there. When they showed when they first showed like a wide shot of the crowd, I was like, "Oh my gosh. I can't believe there's that many people there." Our fans showed up. I'll say that much.
That didn't surprise me as much as how loud it was.
Yeah, it was really loud.
I think because it's the second game, and because it was at night, and because it was an opponent you don't see, I think that contributed a lot.
It's kind of like that Oklahoma game a few years ago. Obviously, we weren't.
Yeah,
it's
not
a lot different, but I'm just going along with the whole thing. It's an opponent you don't see very often. Anytime you get non-conference teams that aren't the group of 5 teams like when we played Oregon a few years ago, Oklahoma. Anytime you get teams like that in there, it usually draws a big crowd.
Well,
I'm pretty sure we play Pittsburgh at home next year. We might play at Pittsburgh next year and then Pittsburgh at home the next year. I don't know. All I know is the next 2 years we have a home and home with Pittsburgh, or sometime. No, I don't know. We got one with we got to go to BYU pretty soon, and then we got a home and home with Oklahoma and Pittsburgh pretty soon too.
God almighty. Why? They need to cancel that Oklahoma series right now.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea, but it's not back to back though with Oklahoma. Like we play Oklahoma we play there next year, but then we don't play them at home till like 2023.
Why in the world do they schedule them again?
I have no idea.
So dumb. I mean, I like trying to play good opponents, but why get somebody else? Schedule Nebraska or I don't know.
We have Nebraska, but that's not till like 2030 or some crap.
Then you get scheduled UCLA or
Pittsburgh's is perfect, I think.
that's the kind of school they need to be playing right now. Yeah. It ain't back in the 80s and 90s when you play Notre Dame. You can't do that right now. You're not at that level.
Definitely can't. Someone tried to throw Brian Kelly's name out last night for a Tennessee job. There's no way on God's green earth he would leave Notre Dame for Tennessee right now.
I don't know. He might. Notre Dame coaches don't last a long time. They get tired of it. Most of them, 10 years is about it. I can see I'd be fine with that.
I would too. Right. Trust me, I would be very happy with that. I mean, I guess what did they get tired of? Just not playing at a conference and just being...
No, it's a high-pressure job. I mean, it's like everybody expects you to win the national title every year, which, there's a lot of places that
can't be any different than our job.
Notre Dame's a different animal. It's a very demanding job. Mm-hmm. And,
yeah, 8 and 4 at Notre Dame doesn't cut it.
Yeah. Well, I don't think there's much else to say. We got a crap game this week. There's nothing going on. We talked about it before we got on the air. There's not one game between the ranked teams all week in the entire weekend. So let's skip college football up, and we can do some picks. We'll give our records out.
We'll go ahead and do our spread picks. Yeah.
All
right. So last week against the spread, we picked Vandy Purdue. I got that one wrong. Dad got that one right. Cincinnati Ohio State. We both got that one right. UCF and FAU. We both got that one right. A&M and Clemson. We both get that one right. And BYU Tennessee. I got wrong and Cowboy got right. So our records on the year now is I went 6-4 3-2 last week, and now on the year I'm 6-4. And Cowboy went 5-0 last week against this. Remember, these are against the spread. And Cowboy went 5-0 last week, and now he's 8-2 on the year. So he's got a 2-game lead on me right now. So,
all right, who we picking this week?
First game. Don't really know why I put it on there. I just put it on there. Chattanooga and Tennessee. Tennessee minus 28. I hear Chattanooga coming.
I'll take Chattanooga.
All right, I guess I'll take Tennessee then.
I don't think we can score 28 points. I'm sure they'll score something.
I was going to do the opposite of whatever you did there, just to make it interesting. If you would have took Tennessee, I would have took Chattanooga.
All right.
Number 2, Alabama at South Carolina. And, need to make that a plus. South Carolina plus 25.5.
Against who?
No, South Carolina plus 25.5 against Bama. Draw my pen.
I didn't know that was a game. That's in South Carolina?
Yeah, it's at Williams-Brice.
I can't go against Bama against really anybody. I'd say they'll win 42-14, somewhere in there.
So that'd be like 28, barely cover. Yeah, I'd say that 25 number's about right on the money, honestly. So I'm going with Bama too. All right, number 1 Clemson at Syracuse. Syracuse plus 27.5.
And Clemson looks unbeatable right now. Syracuse got hammered. So I'll lay those points and take Clemson.
All right. Well, here's my thing. Syracuse has played Clemson well for the last 2 years. They've played Clemson better than anyone in the ACC the last 2 years.
Yeah, they have.
So I'm going with Syracuse because it's 27.5. If it was like 21, I would probably take Clemson. But I think Clemson will still win by about 3 touchdowns, but not this number. I'll take Syracuse on this number.
Okay.
Number 9, Florida at Kentucky. Kentucky plus 8.5.
8.5 is all, huh?
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. I'll go with Kentucky. I think they can hang in there.
Yeah.
Of course, they lost their quarterback. So.
Yeah, I haven't really thought about this one yet. I'll go with Florida. It's Florida, Kentucky. Kentucky will do. Something is gonna go wrong for Kentucky. I know last year they supposedly got that monkey off their back, but something's gonna go wrong.
More than likely, I definitely hear you.
And then our last one is a game I might end up going to, I might not, I'm not sure. Is Duke at Middle Tennessee? Middle Tennessee plus 6.
I'll take Middle.
I'm gonna take Middle too, because why not? Go Blue Raiders.
I bet they got better athletes.
Well, I don't know. They probably do. I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched Duke this year. Have you?
No. I mean, I didn't see any of that Bama game. I don't know who Duke played last week.
That's a good question. I'll look it up real quick. I know Middle played like Tennessee State or something. Let me look. Yeah, Middle beat Tennessee State 45-26, and Duke played North Carolina A&T and won 45-13.
Okay.
So.
I'll go with Middle.
Yeah, I think that's a good. Yeah, Middle's 3 of their first 4 games are against Power 5 teams. They went to Michigan already, and then Duke at home this week, and then next week is at Iowa.
Okay.
So, interesting schedule for the Blue Raiders this year, who is probably, besides Memphis, the best team in Tennessee. Okay, so let's talk about the good team in Tennessee, the Titans. We came out and absolutely dominated the Browns yesterday. Made Baker Mayfield look like a high school quarterback, or Jarrett Garantano, we'll just say that. What were your thoughts on the Titans' performance yesterday? Because I'm going to ask it like that because on all these media outlets today, ESPN, Fox Sports, they don't talk about how the Titans' performance yesterday. They talk about how bad the Browns looked. So I'll ask it this way. How was the Titans' performance yesterday?
You went on the road. It's a good win.
Yeah,
they
were saying that on the post game show yesterday. It doesn't matter if you win by 1 or 30 like we did yesterday. A win on the road is a win.
Yeah, I mean, they were set up to fail. I mean, it felt like a game they were going to get killed. Mm-hmm. And it was a closer game than you think. I mean, Cleveland was in that game driving just down 2, I think, and Mayfield threw that pick 6.
No, that pick 6 was when they were down like 35-13.
Well, he threw an interception.
But yeah, he threw a pick. They cut it to 2 with like. They cut it to like 20. They cut it to like 15-13 with like 2 minutes left in the third quarter, and then we hit Henry with that screen pass like the first play on the next drive.
I mean, the Titans got probably the best secondary in the league.
Oh yeah, I'd say that's definitely arguable.
So if they can get a pass rush, and they're gonna be able to beat people.
I mean, our pass rush was good yesterday. I mean, Cameron Wake had a great game yesterday. He had 2 sacks. Got his 100th sack of his career. The first one was his 99th. The second one was his 100th. And his 100th sack of his career was actually that safety we had on Mayfield. I think that was late in the second half. I mean, Cameron Wake looked good yesterday. You're always going to be able to depend on Jarrell Casey. He's always going to give you some good reps. I think the D-line's, pretty decent right now. Obviously, I'm not saying another good pass rusher would hurt, but I think but I'm saying the D-line is decent the way it is right now, I think, personally.
If they get a season out of Wake like they got Sunday, because he's old.
Yeah, he's really old.
So,
seems like he's been in the league forever. It's because he has been.
But if he can play close to that level with that secondary, they're going to beat people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if can they beat New England? Well, nobody can, it looks like. But they're going to, it looks like if Mariota can stay out of the training room, and they ought to be a factor this year, based on what we saw. But NFL's so funny. It's one game.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It seems like we always start out playing either we start out 3-1 or we win our first game by 30 and then we still finish like 9-7.
I think this game coming Sunday is a real gut check.
Yeah. I think this game tells you what it is because only reason I'm confident for Sunday is the Colts quarterback is not named Andrew Luck or Peyton Manning. That's why I'm confident for Sunday.
Well, I agree with that, but Brissett had a good game Sunday. They would have won that game if Vinatieri hadn't missed kicks.
Yeah.
He missed 2 field goals, one from 29 yards, and then he missed that.
Yeah, I heard about Vinatieri missing all those field goals yesterday.
But if he makes one of those 3, they win.
Yeah, you think of one thing though. The Colts are. You already know the Colts are going to want to come in here and play spoiler because Sunday we're retiring. I think Eddie George's number is already retired, but we're retiring McNair's number, and it's basically like a celebration of the '99 team that went to the Super Bowl Sunday. And you already know the Colts are going to want to come in there and spoil that. Colts and Titans already. Everyone knows that's a rivalry in the AFC South, so. I'm not guaranteeing a win here at all. I don't think this is a guaranteed win at all. I don't know what the number is on it. I'm going to look real quick, and you can talk about what you think about it while I look at the number.
Well, you've got to prove yourself every week in that league, and if they lose it basically washes out the Cleveland game. Mm-hmm. But if you win it, you're 2 games up on Indy, with really 2.5 games because you got a tiebreaker advantage. It's huge. It's a big game.
Yeah.
You got to hold serve at home.
Yeah, and we're favored by 3.
That sounds bad. I was going to say it's probably a field goal, but it's a pick 'em game. So usually they'll get 3 points to the home team. So, the only thing I would say is Cleveland is good. Tennessee, the Titans did play well. They did a lot of good things out of play action. They got Mariota in spots he can succeed. But, man, Cleveland really gave them a lot in that game. 3 interceptions by Mayfield, one after another in that fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah. I think what it was Mayfield was just forcing throws and wanting to make a big play is what that was.
He was. But you're not going to be able to count it. And they had 18 penalties for 190 yards.
Yeah.
You see that?
You're not going to beat anyone with that.
No. So,
they had a guy getting kicked out of the game for kicking someone in the head.
Man. So, it's a good win, and they played well, but it was also given to them. So
a lot of it was given to them. Yeah, but I think probably what contributed to this the most is that coming into this year in this game, all of it, no one said a thing about us. It was all Browns all off season. I think I saw somewhere that Peter King, not that he has anything to do with this, but it's just an example. Like he traveled to 30 NFL training camps this training camp, and the Titans were one of like 2 teams. Like the Bills and Titans were like the 2 teams he didn't go to. So no one was looking at us, and to be honest, I think that's a good thing. I think this team's always performed better when no one thinks we're going to. But. I just don't like when all these people are talking about us, honestly. Because these guys don't perform well under pressure, in my opinion. This franchise has a history of when they have high expectations, they crumble. And when we have low expectations, sometimes it works out in our favor, and it kind of did yesterday. And like you said though, it's one game. You still got to go out next week and take care of business against Indy. That's a huge game, especially since Houston just lost to New Orleans today. That makes it even bigger. Houston losing that game tonight makes that game even bigger. You got to have Houston. Right now it looks like the AFC South is going to be between Houston and the Titans, so that was a huge break for the Titans. New Orleans coming back to win that game.
Well, the Texans look great tonight.
Yeah.
They're not going anywhere. I mean, there's no shame in losing on the road in New Orleans. Deshaun Watson looks awesome to me.
Oh yeah, he played great tonight.
They're the team to beat in that division, in my opinion, still.
The Texans.
Yeah.
I think if Week 1 is any indication, then that division's going to be a 2-team race. The Texans and Titans and the Colts kind of in the race too. But again, it's Week 1. We don't know that much yet. But
there's some things we know. Miami's probably a pretty good shot to go in 16.
Yeah, we know that.
And New England's got a pretty good shot to go 16-0.
Yeah, we do know both of those things. And we know that Patrick Mahomes is probably going to throw for 2,000 yards this year. Easily.
Yeah, he's something else, dude. I mean, I can't ever be more impressed with somebody as I am him.
Did you see that one negative though? Did you see that throw yesterday where he had Kelsey wide open in the end zone and he did that no look pass and threw it way over his head?
Well, he'll learn. I mean, he's completed that pass a lot too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Tyreek Hill he's going to be out for a while, so that hurts. But they just got weapons, man, everywhere. And the problem with Kansas City. I mean, the defense looked just as bad as it did last year. I mean, they couldn't stop a 6th-round rookie quarterback who threw the ball over the field on them. So
Minshew.
Yeah, I'd never heard of him.
Yeah, he was Washington State's quarterback last year.
I had no idea who he was. I'd never heard of him in my life, and he played great. I mean, they brought in Tyrann Mathieu and they brought in all these guys, and they look just the same. And they're not going to win just scoring 50 points a game. It doesn't work that way in the playoffs. So
yeah, you got to stop people.
You got to. Yeah, everybody.
You can't just rely on your offense. It's not the Big 12.
Nope. All right, buddy. Well, I think we got enough tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, I think this is a good episode. Hopefully the Titans get it done against the Colts. And, at least we have the Titans to keep us happy, considering we're on the verge of Tennessee going 2-10. So, one more thing I did see, there's a 2020 player in basketball. I don't remember his name. I know he's from IMG. He cut his list down to 3 today. It's like Michigan, us, and Memphis. So we might end up having 3 5-stars in this 2020 class. And if we do, next year in basketball is going to be like the most hyped Tennessee basketball team of all time.
Yeah,
especially if Josiah James comes back.
I think he probably will. I don't think he's the type. But you never know. I mean, it's a catch-22. If he's good enough to go pro, it means he's played great.
Right. Yeah.
So it's looking up. We'll see how it goes.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not expecting much this year. I'll be satisfied if we make the tournament this year.
No, you should. That'd be a miracle if you ask me.
I think that needs to be the goal this year. Is just make the tournament.
I don't think they got a prayer to do that. I think you'll be lucky to make NIT.
Really? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. Tennessee this year in basketball is gonna be a team that I gotta watch a couple of games first before I make that interpretation, because they could come out and I haven't looked at the schedule yet, but they could come out and beat someone like, if they play good against Memphis, or obviously I don't think we're gonna meet Memphis this year. I'm not saying that, but if we come out and play Memphis down to the wire, I might expect a little more from this year. But in basketball, it's just like Vanderbilt almost beat Tennessee last year. You can't take much from one game in basketball though. So I don't know.
They're definitely different than football games where it's life and death every week.
All right. Well,
then.
good episode. Hope you guys enjoyed watching it and / listening to it. You got anything else to say?
No, I'll talk to you next week.
All right. See you guys. Thanks for watching.